this
This
meeting to
conference will
order,
now be recorded.
and we will begin by pledging allegiance. If you'll please stand, if you can. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay.
Thank you very much, everyone. I do believe it's time for the roll call. Let's do Director Duncan.
I'm here.
Good morning, Director Johnson.
Here.
Hello, hello. Director Moran.
Here.
Gina. Vice President Baker.
Here.
Good morning, and President Dice.
I am here.
We made it.
Yay. So, well, we have an interesting agenda today. It's purely a closed session today. So, if anyone is ready to approve the agenda, I will entertain a motion.
So moved.
And actually, Madam President, I think,
Yeah.
and maybe I can talk to Steve real quick. Steve, we really don't need the action items on the agenda today. Is that correct?
Well, there is placeholders in case the board wants to reconvene an open session afterwards. But just to be clear,
Okay.
we do have to accept public comment at the beginning of this
Okay.
meeting in case anybody wants to talk. Thanks.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
coming.
so
Thanks.
sorry, Kathy. Sorry for butting in. So we will leave the agenda as is. Sorry. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the agenda does make room for the water master if there's any discussion there. So anyway, so the items for board consideration today are the Borrego Springs water master, if there's any news there, and then a closed session after that. So I heard a motion, Diane, to
Yes.
approve the agenda. Do I have a second?
Yes.
Thank you, Dave. Is there any discussion about today's agenda? Hearing none, I will call the roll for approval of that said agenda. Director Baker,
Aye.
Director Duncan,
Aye.
Director Johnson,
Aye.
Director Moran,
Aye.
and I also approve. So we've got an agenda, and now I will take comments from the public and or requests for future agenda items. Is there anybody that would like in the public that would like to make a comment? Hearing no one unmute, I am going to ask if there are any comments from the directors.
My cat just upchucked a large amount of stuff. So I'm going on turning off video for the moment, but I'm here. Well,
Thank you for that bit of news, Diane.
Exciting, huh?
Yeah, really. Okay. Hearing no other comments from the directors.
I guess the cat is a member of the public, isn't it? It's a customer.
I guess I'm not sure if that was a negative comment or
all opposed.
Yeah, really. Disapproval. How about correspondence received from the public, Mr. Poole? Do we have any? Okay. So we'll move on to section 2, which is the items for board consideration and possible action. And 2A is the Borrego Springs Water Master. Dave, do you have any?
Kathy, if you don't mind, I'll butt in again. This was all me. And I'm sorry, Diane has a little crisis right now, but
she's listening.
This agenda was a bit of a, rush in a good way yesterday.
Okay.
And then I remembered, like last week, Diane telling me, "Hey Jeff, we don't have a board meeting, a BWD board meeting before the next water master meeting. Therefore, we needed to do something." And I didn't have a chance to talk to Diane about this before, so I'm sorry maybe she can unmute. But Diane, was there anything that you wanted to talk about pertaining to the water master? And I hate to put you on the spot, especially with your little accident, but I put this
I'm,
on there
I'm
really because of you. But we'll also let Dave speak. But the reason I
And
put it on
Trey's
was
here too.
really my brain had
Trey is
some
here also.
recollection of Diane saying it was a shame that we couldn't meet before the water master meeting because of a certain issue. And I'll forget. Oh, there she is. Hi, Diane.
I am here.
Is my
Yeah,
memory
thank you.
correct, or did I imagine this whole thing? Or
No, you're right, but
okay.
things have changed since then. And I like seeing what's going on with the Water Master. I think the draft annual report that they sent around is great and shows, concern over some of the things that were, or pays attention to some of the things that were concerning me. And then also I see that talking about management is on the agenda for the next Water Master meeting. So I'm good. Thank you. Thanks, Jeff.
Awesome.
Trey,
And I know Trey did a little bit of analysis and work, picked
yeah,
out a little kind of an
I
updated
was,
report. Trey, is there anything you wanted to chat about?
Good morning, President Dice and board members.
good
Yes, I
morning.
reviewed the Borrego Springs annual report. It was very well done. I only caught a few typos. I sent those over to Jeff and also sent them back to the Water Master staff. But much improved compared to past years on the report. So it was excellent. And then we are also working with UCI, Land IQ, and Water Master staff reviewing some of the recent reports that came out in regards to fallowing and groundwater dependent ecosystems. And I can give you an update at the next meeting. There's some technical questions surrounding depth to groundwater in the Borrego sink. I think it would be good in a future board meeting to present some slides on that topic, but I am working directly with Land IQ and I'm starting to outreach with UCI to make sure that they have best available data that was put forward as part of the groundwater management plan. Also, we're working on with Department of Water Resources in regards to the technical support services agreement. That is moving along. Hopefully, we can get that done by the next month or so here to get the driller out. If we don't get it done here in the next few weeks, they're likely going to push it to a subsequent contract. So that's the update there. With that, do you have any questions?
I guess sorry,
Go
someone
ahead,
else go.
Diane.
Thanks. So the depth to groundwater, is that out at the Mesquite Bosque, or I'm just curious where you're seeing an issue in that report, Trey?
Right. We've used the well that Department of Water Resources and Borrego Water District installed in the sink MW5B. It's a nested well, so we use the shallow one to approximate depth to water in the sink. It's currently approximately 57.5 feet below ground surface. It's dropped on average about 0.6 to 0.7 feet per year over the last 3 years, 3 to 4 years since the GMP was started. I think it's pretty clear that's a good representation of the water level in the Borrego sink. It was very clear in our previous reports that there's some uncertainty regarding depths to groundwater across the sink and whether or not there might be perched water or lenses of water. But that's our best available data, and I can provide you through some figures and graphics kind of at the next board meeting, maybe a better discussion of what others are interpolating based on data that they viewed. But I think it's very important to make sure that the stakeholders and public understand what the best available empirical data is, and that it's fine to make hypotheses about potential depths to groundwater, but I think it's important to make sure that we're all on the same page regarding this issue.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone else? Any questions or comments for Trey? I just wanted to share a couple of things. I have a couple of books that I found really interesting. So if anyone else is interested, I will share. One is called The Dreamt Land. I don't know if you can see this.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
mainly about the Central Valley, but it's basically about water and chasing water in California, basically. And then the other one is um, called Rewilding Agricultural Landscapes. And it's basically about cultivation and climate change and um, how to fallow farmland and bring back um, what was there before or what will be there next. So both of those are interesting reading. And that's all I have. Anything from Dave, our chair of the Watermaster?
Well, not other than to say that there is a meeting this Thursday at 4:30.
Okay.
The two big items to be discussed and taken action on. Well, let me back up. It is the official public hearing for the annual report. So it's an opportunity for folks to ask questions, make comments. This is your chance to do that. There will be accepting written comments after that, but this is the official meeting as prescribed by the judgment. Also, there'll be a discussion and some action taken on the scope of work and budget for the redetermination of sustainable yield uh, in 2025. So seems like there's a little bit of controversy about some of the work. I was disappointed to see that the majority of the TAC decided that looking at inflows, be it agricultural um, inflows or mountain front inflows, would not be included. I found that pretty interesting. That was been a big bone of contention for some of the folks in the ag community, and to not think that was important to pursue kind of caught me by surprise. But other than that, see you at the meeting.
Sounds like a plan. Okay. Any other questions or comments on this topic?
Kathy, my connection dropped for a moment. I bought those same two books that you were recommending.
They're both very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. They are.
So
I'm happy
we
to.
have copies to share if anyone else is interested. So
And I just had a question about,
yes.
I think I went to the website and I couldn't find a link for the meeting. Does that come out later, or am I looking at the wrong spot for the Watermaster Board meeting?
You may not have been added to Samantha's what do I want to say, group email for that. I can forward you the agenda that
Okay.
Did everyone else get it? The
Yes.
Watermaster? Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll just I'll forward it to you and I'll ask Samantha to add you.
Perfect. Thank you.
That was an oversight. Sorry, Gina.
It's
That's
a
all right.
two-step process, Gina. You have to go to the agenda packet, if I remember, with the
Yeah,
Watermaster to see where the link is.
that's
You have
true. But yeah, so
actually open.
On the
yeah,
agenda.
but you can,
Okay.
it is there. That's how I find it. So, alrighty then. Let's go on to item 2B, which is, well, it's if we have anything else we want to bring up after closed session, which I don't, since we have a meeting next Tuesday, I think we're good to go, right?
Mhm.
All right. So we're going to go into closed session, and our next regular meeting will be next Tuesday, the 14th. Happy Valentine's Day
Madam
then.
President,
Yes,
just for the record, we
yes.
have to keep the open session open in case there's reportable action after
Oh,
the closed
okay.
session, so we can't close it.
Can't close it. Okay. So
Cannot. We
we're
have to
going to
keep it
go.
open. Yep.
So I have to come back after this and close it?
Yep. That's right.
All righty then. So we're going to go into closed session, and I'll see you all, the board, in just a couple of minutes on the other side.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Thanks.